The risks. Let's just switching gears to something else, just because you've got a lot of irons in the fire. Are you seeing opportunities in China, or as a professional skeptic there? What kind of opportunities are you seeing?
Well, I think the thing is with China, we have to understand that we're in a completely new regime. So previously, the Chinese government for several decades had an interest in being in telegraphing what its policy directions were, and its policies were largely geared toward economic growth and involving foreign capital and generally treating foreign capital, somewhat well. That's not the goal anymore. And the goal, what you really have to understand about China is that policy, at least important macro policy, is formulated by one person. And that's Xi Jinping. And he is, for lack of a better word, a dictator. The arc of dictatorships is that ultimately dictators usually end up perceiving lots of threats to them. And these are not threats to just being deposed. When somebody like Xi Jinping, who's made countless enemies by locking people and their family members up over the years and even having some executed, when somebody like that goes, it's not a peaceful transition. That person is often executed along with family members. So they often develop paranoia. I mean, there are legitimate threats they perceive, but everything becomes a threat. So the goal of policy then becomes ameliorating their perception of threats. And so when you look at zero COVID in China, this isn't really just about COVID. This is about Xi seeing the population as a threat. And the reason for that, and this goes really towards the markets question, for decades, China has built the biggest asset and credit bubble that has existed in the history of humanity. And so on top of that powder keg now sits one person who has lots of enemies, and they have been, and what he's been doing has clearly been to not prolong this and not kick the can down the road. And he's been popping these the asset bubble, which is also creating credit problems. So you have a lot of economic instability, and that is why you have these draconian population level measures. It's really to protect this guy. Now, every day Goldman Sachs will say X about China COVID policy, or JP Morgan. And the problem is we're viewing this through the prior lens of a government that was open to foreign investment, that was focused on economic growth and raising its citizens' standards of living. Those days are gone. We have to view this through the lens of one paranoid person who is doing everything he can to avoid being taken out. And when you do that, it starts to make a lot more sense. Now, does China become investable? I mean, look, there's a price for everything. But you have to understand that nobody has an edge as to predicting China policy anymore. Okay, the guy who's got lots of guanxi or relationships in China, no, that doesn't matter anymore. So you have to price in to what you're willing to pay, the understanding that you wake up one morning and, well, it's down 90%. Because that's what China is now. It is impossible to predict on a macro level.
Wow.